It's 60 out there this morning.
Yeah, I put long sleeves on.
Okay, I think some kitties are going to be happy to see me.
Here, let me get that for you, sweet pea.
Thank you. Good morning, Tux. How are you? Oh, big stretch. Well, the boys are up on the platform. Right, Morris, come on. Stripey, Morris. Come on, guys. Come on, Tux, let me take you to your front. Come on, Stripe, you gotta be faster, bud. You're not down. Huh. You're gonna get in trouble with Tux. Come on.
It's gonna be heat and pad, Mom.
Yeah, I got you. Come on, bud. Scoot down. Ugh. Everybody go to their assigned spot. Here you go, Tux. There you go. Stripey. Oh, it feels so good out here right now.
It does actually feel good.
It feels great. There comes Ruby. Sadly, I figured no software update overnight, even though my score got to 100 yesterday. They're probably just going to do the next batch, and the few people that get to 100 sooner than later, you know, they'll just have to wait for the next batch. Oh well. I kind of figured, but I couldn't help but look anyway, right? No email from FSD Beta, and no software update available on the car. Well, Slate's been really excited for food and eating well, so I'm hoping for a good checkup at the vet today. Wow, you've been really working hard detailing her the whole time. Like, I'm out here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm all but done. I'm just doing the windows now.
Wow, she looks great.
Yeah, well, that O&R does a good job when you dust her off, and then you...
No wash, rinse, and shine. Yep.
And then you just kind of...
Go from there, huh?
Go from there, yeah.
Good morning, Ruby. Yeah, Don carries my purse back in the house with the key fob, and that way my door opens when I approach with my hands full, which they're full. Traffic is busy but moving along. We're on target to get to the school at 7:25. Johnny is actually headed to the regular high school campus this morning for the PSAT. I understand kids all over the country are taking it today, as we have friends in Colorado Springs that have a son also taking it. And Johnny will get taken over to the SAU campus on the minibus, the little activity bus that they use at the school. And I'll be picking him up normal time this afternoon. He has afternoon classes over at SAU, over at St. Augustine's. Ruby says it's 62 out there. Like we said, it's pretty refreshing this morning. I'm sure by the time we go for our walk, I'll be a little chilly. Although this morning, I was not. I kicked out of autopilot there because I didn't want Ruby slamming on the brakes. I can regen down more smoothly. Got to keep that 100 score. Totally trusted her to handle it, just didn't trust her to handle it in a smooth, unfast deceleration mode. Well, it's a pretty blasé view coming into downtown this morning. We are supposed to have more sun today. Don said one of the reasons he spent so much time detailing Ruby is it is a few days of dry, you know, sunny days here. where she shouldn't get rained on, or are expected at least. Got Johnny dropped off at 7:25. One of his high school friends got out right in front of us, so that was good. Students are putting up the flag. That was a school flag on the bottom there, so they're actually putting 3 flags up the flagpole. I noticed yesterday they were at half-mast. I wasn't exactly sure in this case why, but they're instructed whether to put it all the way up or halfway based on the current guidelines, so mandates. Whoever sends down the decision to fly at half-mast. That's some prettier color to the east. There's a Mustang a couple cars in front of me, and his exhaust is so loud that it's interfering with my ability to listen to my Audible book because my car is so quiet. Yeah, I think I'll be pulling off at the Baptist church up here and spinning the Pokestop and letting him go on down the road, because I just don't want to hear him anymore this morning. I don't. I want to listen to my book and have peace and serenity on the road. I know, it's funny. It's walk time. Well, yesterday they trimmed and today they're mulching. They do spend a lot of time and effort, whoever has this subdivision, keeping this frontage here looking pretty. We picked moderate warmth today. We had a talk at the house.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
Don actually has on a short sleeve and then that super thin long sleeve on top, and I switched to a super thin long sleeve. I'm just showing you the mist. The sun is burning off the condensation from overnight. Don and I are cutting up out here this morning, having a good time. He said, she said, I did kick him. She said, let's run. He said, let's run, I want to get it over with. And I told him if he ever said that he wanted to get it over with again while he's spending time with me, I was going to kick him. So he said it, and I laid a roundhouse kick into his butt at about half speed. So don't mess with me, because there's more there.
I don't mess with her.
That was just a love tap. We're just funning. I wouldn't hurt him, at least not on purpose. Hey, we're filming and there's a big loud truck coming by again. That's just the way it happens, right? See? Big loud truck.
5871 steps. Using my magnifying lens, 2.71 miles. 51 minutes, 23 seconds. Oops.
We were picking up a lot of trash again.
19 minutes even per mile.
All these ball games in the evening,
Yeah.
There's a lot of trash left behind afterward, and
I'm
I
hot.
can't handle it. Okay,
Yeah. Don't you think I'm hot?
I do. Even with the red speckled nose.
Right. That's right.
I love you.
I love you too. All right, I'll unlock the car for you too once I get.
I have plenty of battery.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
We're good then?
Yep,
All right.
yep.
I'll see you back at the house.
All right, bye. He switched locations. Hey, Mart. Oh, he's starting to let me rub his tummy more and more. Doesn't mean he doesn't still maybe try to swat me while I'm rubbing it, but faster, faster, faster. That hill is a terror, let me tell you. Today's the yearly 3-minute long test at Sharon Harris. The Fuquay Police Department put out a reminder, and also Johnny had put it on the calendar. When it goes off at 10 a.m., it's a test. Or on any even hour, really. I guess maybe occasionally it's gone off at 9. Well, I'm here at the vet. Neither one of these guys is happy. They serenaded me all the way over here. Time to get them inside. Well, Slate has gained over a pound. I knew she felt like she'd put a little bit back on. That's great. I saw a couple deer cross the driveway and go to the left. But I think they're all clear, and I'm not sure we're gonna get to see them. They were pretty far away when I saw the movement. Of course, I could still be up here on the left. The important thing is there's no more trying to cross in front of me. I do not see them. Marty's back in his spot. My goodness, Tux, you're growing in a plant. Marty's moved closer to the house. I saw Stripe. He's around somewhere. Stripe was sleeping in the carport every day on that free chair I brought home. And then Tux started going over to the carport, sort of hunting him down. So he's been a little farther away the last few days. But trust me, we get a couple of these cold mornings coming and they're all going to pick their heating pad and nobody's going to move for the winter. I got a little upset at the vet. Mittens had to stay up there. She may have an obstruction. She's been throwing up and then going a day or 18 hours and not throwing up and then throwing up again, but she actually has a 2-degree fever, and I think she's eaten something she wasn't supposed to. And she is the cat in the house that eats things or licks things all the time, more than any of the other cats. And I've been trying to help her lose weight, so I've been putting down less food, which means she licks more. And anyway, they're gonna keep her over. They took x-rays and they can't conclusively say there's an obstruction, but there might be. So they, he's being a sweet boy over here. They're gonna put her on fluids, give her antibiotics, and give her anti-nausea medicine or I assume Flagyl. I think they give that to cats as well as dogs. I know that's what they give to dogs. And Tux, not so hard on the impatiens, buddy. You're gonna break the flowers. And then the re-x-ray her tomorrow morning. And if the darker spots on the x-ray that might be an obstruction are still in place, then they'll need to do surgery and try to remove whatever it is. She said with a cat it's likely string. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm pretty upset. I'm upset that Mittens is sick. Really, something is wrong. I'm upset that I've got to tell Johnny that his cat is, Mittens is Johnny's cat, let's be clear, that his cat is sick. And of course I didn't want to have to give Don the bad news that we were going to have an unexpected vet bill. Although I'm just going to say that Don was an angel when I went in the house and told him what was going on. Very understanding, and I really appreciate it. So please, please at the house, don't let anybody else get sick. Slate does have to go back for a follow-up in 17 days. We're going to do, you know, she's better, but her urine is not clear. So we're going to try a different antibiotic, and then we're going to, and I'm going to see if they'll eat the prescription CD from Royal Canin, her, Gray, and Panther. And we'll go from there. But she's doing so much better. That's at least momentarily a relief, right? It's good. I mean, she's energetic and she's eating and she's hanging out with Mama again and she's coming to see me every time I go out, and it's a total change back to more normal Slate. So I'm pretty comfortable. I just didn't want to agree to do the prescription food until I offer it to them and see if they'll eat it, because I've gone that route before. It's like, but the pH of her urine is an 8 and it's supposed to be a 6, and we need to get the pH down, which might in and of itself fix the infection. So that's why the food change would be good. And if they eat it, I'll just go get some more, and that's not the end of the world. So anyway, it's a little bit of a hard day here. I did have a few bricks come, and I have about an hour before I have to go get Johnny, and I could really use something to distract me right now, so I'm going to work on the house. Unfortunately, I don't have the little L-shaped pieces that I need to finish this part of the wall, but I should be able to do the rest of this and get it done. Where you see the black, that's the final topper. I need to look up some 1x2 slopes. This is a 1x1 slope. I think I have those. I need the brackets in quite a few spots where it's not finished. And there are some 2x2s with 1 dot in the middle on the way. So I can look up a couple more pieces in the house, but I'm sort of stuck on this floor until the parts come. It's turned out to be a really pretty afternoon. Ruby says it's 77. At the house it said it was 74. We'll see if she drops down a bit as we drive. My ETA downtown to the school is 2:20, which is okay. And I'm on my way to pick up Johnny. These townhomes on the left over here are going up fast. I noticed that these are going to be for rent and not for sale. I did not approve of them taking that forested buffer away over there on the left from the homes that are on the other side of the townhomes that have been there a long time. Seemed like greed to me. Seemed like we're not that tight on land. But I don't get a vote, so I'm good with townhomes. I'm even good with them being for rent. It's just there were deer and other animals that you would see over there, and they've lost their home now, and we need to leave a little bit of green space in between the buildings, and seems like that back there was just an unnecessary use of, and it hurts the existing homeowners. That's really the thing. It was the deer losing their place and the existing homeowners also losing their buffer from the road. And you know, you've been in your house 15-20 years and then somebody takes your trees away and your wildlife and puts up a home where it didn't really have to go. That just, yeah. It's a nice lighting effect this afternoon with it being shady where I am and then in the bright sun farther ahead where the buildings are. Very nice. I made it downtown with no issues and I'm still on target for 220. It does always take a couple of extra minutes to get around the quad. So almost 99 miles today, and a little bit over 86,000 now. 113 miles of range left. I think we're in for the night. No taekwondo tonight. I'm gonna plug in. So I put on every last part that I could now over here, and I'm working on the third floor, and I've explained before that this is like a big jigsaw puzzle, and like here I've got 4 pieces to make up this section. It's supposed to be 2, so I'll have to see how I have to put fasteners on the bottom if that gets in the way of anything underneath or not, you know, where it fits in up here. The connectors have to be over the open areas, so we'll see. I'm trying to make it work because I'm short the right size. There were Legos in the mailbox, right?
I'm so sorry.
I really need my hinges, my L shapes, my connector pieces. I really need them.
Maybe tomorrow.
I know the latest some will be here is Saturday.
Right.
Because I ordered some from 2 places.
Wow.
One place was in Charlotte. It just depends on how fast the lady shipped them. I think it's right. I'm going to look at it just a bit more. It's hard to tell when the layer underneath is not the way it's supposed to be because it's not guiding down into place just right. But I think it's right. The stairs are lining up. Alright, I'm convinced it's right now after a little more inspection. So this is what the underside looks like. You saw the top side a minute ago. It called for contrasting black and white. That's sort of necessary in the pictures and the instructions so you can tell the difference. Also, the interior is mostly white and that orange, so you want it to be bright in there. You don't want it to just be swallowed up by the black. The few changes I had to make look like they're going to work out just fine, and like I said, I'm convinced it's good now. But when I tell you it's a jigsaw puzzle and it takes a little work, especially when you have to make a couple of changes because you don't have the right sizes, it's complicated.